5 years ago, Eric Garner was murdered by the NYPD. Officer Daniel Pantaleo placed an illegal chokehold on Garner because he was selling Lucy cigarettes. Murdered for selling Lucy cigarettes. And then after the murder, the police union came out and said, that wasn't a chokehold. Even though the whole fucking world saw in broad daylight on video that it was clearly a fucking chokehold, they said, no, not a chokehold. And then when people protested, the NYPD threw a counter-protest where their supporters wore shirts that said, I can breathe, mocking Eric Garner's dying words. See, Donald Trump didn't invent gaslighting. The fucking police did. And now, Trump's Department of Justice, led by the parasite Bill Barr, is refusing to press any charges. Even though the Department of Justice's own Civil Rights Division recommended pressing charges, he's not gonna. Moving on, nothing to see here, right? So Pantaleo will face no charges whatsoever. Nothing, no repercussions whatsoever for murdering a man in broad daylight. Oh, that's not true. There was one repercussion. He got a fucking raise. He is still fucking working. And in the 5 years since he murdered Eric Garner, he's made about $500,000 in salary. And who pays that salary? And who pays the fucking $5.9 million settlement that New York has to pay to the Garner family? Taxpayers. And who is included in those taxpayers? Eric Garner's family. They have to pay the salary for the fucking guy who murdered their father. Just absolute fucking disgrace. Absolute fucking disgrace. The only one who actually faced any repercussions in this whole thing is the guy who fucking filmed it. Ramsey Orta filmed it, and they fucking tossed his ass in jail on some bullshit charges. And then he testified against the cops, so they tossed his ass in jail again and put him in solitary. And he's still in fucking solitary. Just absolute fucking perversion of justice. Right? And I can't just blame Trump and Bill Barr for this one, because this happened under Obama and his Department of Justice with Eric Holder and Loretta Lynch. They fucking stonewalled and delayed, and even though the fucking family was begging them to speed up the investigation, they didn't. 3 years later, Trump is fucking elected, and here we are. Just fucking disgusting and sad and tragic and just a fucking perfect representation of cop culture. And oh yeah, fuck Bill de Blasio too, who could have fired Pantaleo at any point, still could fire him, and he hasn't. Fuck you, Bill. You will never be president, you lying piece of shit.